Guys, Google's got me going the Microsoft Edge. I think it's hilarious. So, real quick, a little bit of a rundown on this. Let's actually go ahead and pop me up in here. Why not? So, yeah, turn on the light as well. There we go. All right, so a couple of things. I'm gonna be looking around for an open source ad blocker if you guys use PC, and then I'll make sure to put a community post up on it whenever I find one that's trustworthy. Because Google outright just turned off the actual ad blocker. I know that there's a couple. I'm going to talk to a couple of my buddies over in Discord that we do nothing but PC game, and we're going to find out which applications are the best to use. But today I wanted to cover a couple of things. So far, surprisingly enough to me, okay, it didn't crash. I don't think my comment's been removed yet off the short that Wargaming posted about the XM57 and some other stuff within game, because it's just it's egregious, and it is an absolute joke. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over a couple of things on here, and I'm just going to laugh my butt off at each one that I think is hilarious. So, where was it? It was shorts. Got this one. Yeah, how to get the XM57. I'm going to show you guys in game, and I'm going to show you guys the short. So in game, actually before that, we can go ahead and just look at the short real quick. Pause. That's actually coming there. Here we go. System. I'm going to blow up my eardrums.
So does one get the XM57? Well,
What's up, Patty? I gotta fix my settings real quick. Should be set to default, but I don't think it is. Yeah, it's set the speaker default. There we go. That should be.
should ask. One, you can come to the normal store. You can go to the Banners of Valor Mega Pack and you can buy that one. Or you need to try your luck with war chests. Now, there are two ways you can get war chests.
Okay, so my reply to this was translating KB's words for everyone to understand. Spend $300 or gamble for it. I'm surprised that this hasn't been removed off their channel just yet. So I'm going to see how long this stays up there, but I wanted to show that off. If they did remove it, I made sure to actually screenshot this as well. But if we actually go in game and you take a look at this, in the store, everyone can look at this essentially. You can go to the banner, Banners of Valor, 70,000 gold, okay, to get every single tank. The problem is the SVAC you can get for free essentially by just playing and grinding out. I don't know how long it's going to take you to be able to get this thing for free, but you can essentially get this thing for free. XM57. World War II. SVAC, World War II. XM57, World War II. Sentinel, Cold War. XM800T, Cold War. Okay, now a ton of skins. I'm not 100% on which skins are going to be going to what tanks. All right, so you got a mix of Cold War, and then you have stuff that's cross-platform. Thing is to me, I look at this and I go, why would I buy this? Why do I care about this? The fact is, you're asking me to spend $300 in game, because if we do the math on this, you have to buy 3 of these to get the correct amount. You can't buy 20,000 gold by itself and then 5,000 separately. So like you have to buy the $100 packs or spend gold that you've been saving up for a while. So this, I'm just laughing at it. Not long. Not long. Okay. But so yeah, you have to do this. Then the next step is war gambling, which means spend more gold. So go back to war chests, and you can buy these for 12,500, $50 per one that you get. you know, and now you're opening these for a chance. Some people have spent $500 and still haven't gotten it yet. They realize that they would have been better off actually buying the Bowers, you know, the bundle here. Now, my issue that I have with this is the fact that why do they have character skins now? Okay, I'm all right. Character skins. I don't understand why you would buy a character skin for a character that you only see in your garage. I'm a little bit confused. Not long to grind. Oh, just grind. Not long to. Okay, I get you now. But why would you buy skins? I'm so lost. I'm laughing because they locked the Panzer 7, which is not the actual Panzer 7, but the Tier 10 German heavy tank during the Christmas event behind a gambling wall, the PE, right here. So this bad boy with the plow in the front, they give it the Yeti skin. I was excited for this. A lot of people were excited for this. Look at this turret. You got a 120 millimeter hatch, 300 millimeter effective sides right here, and then I think it gets heat. Yeah, 320 heat. Utilize maximum gun depression, 8 degrees. And then, boom, you are essentially a haul down god if you really want to be. Like, you are extremely hard to take down all the way, even against heat rounds. So this was a tank that I was absolutely excited for. And the next thing you know, they were just like, oh, let's try to get people to spend more money to get this thing. And essentially, the backlash from our community, no one bought this. No one wanted to go after this. No one wanted it. Everyone was all like, you know what? We don't want to deal with this. This is beyond stupid. Also, there's like a 200 and something millimeter effective armor here. Like a 230 millimeter space piece. I don't know where it was at, but it's somewhere. There it is. Maybe it's on the gun mantle. 300 millimeter space protection. 230 space. Okay, so 230 space protection on the bottom part of the gun mantle. That's what I was seeing. Max gun depression. Yeah, you got 230. But I'm just a little bit upset at the fact that they're trying to go after the Dragon is looking better. Oh, the dungeon's looking better. Yeah, the dungeon's looking a lot better. I got my guns behind me because I'm going shooting tomorrow. So I was cleaning my shotgun and cleaning out my pistol. And tomorrow we're going to go shoot clay pigeons and a couple of other things for the fun of it tomorrow. So, fun. I'm going to have fun tomorrow. And then along with that, Google disabling my my ad blocker means that I can't look at any of the news sites that I usually look at because it's ad hell, and I'm not going to deal with it. So I'm on Windows Explorer, which honestly is probably 1,000 times better now because Google's being stupid and doing shotgun. Yeah, shotgun all the way. Here, you know what? It's America. I'm on a live stream. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm not doxing anybody. I'm not Hassan. Okay, which I laughed my ass off at that guy. An M590A1. This, it's an unmodified choke. So it's a plain choke, not loaded right now. I greased it a little bit yesterday because I got to make sure that I'm capable of loading and doing everything that I can properly without it jamming up on me. And then tomorrow we're going to do some proper cleaning on it. And then I might be taking off my buttstock and doing just a straight pistol grip on it for a single hand use and have fun with that. But I'm excited. It's a 590A1. So this is actually military issue. That's the reason why I got it, because these are reliable. And I got it a few months ago. Actually, in December. No, January. I got it at the start of the year. I got it at the start of the year and I fired it 12 times. Just to, you know, get some runs inside of it. Get a feel for it. The kickback on it's not too bad. It's nice. It feels good. Okay, but yeah, wargaming and all their BS, and then Google and all their BS. But watching this, it hurt my brain because, dude, I'm sorry, man, but this is a joke. Okay, all the way. And then I can't show half the stuff that they go over because they have copyrighted music across their entire setup that they're using. So like, if I did this, I'd have to mute everything so you can't hear what they're saying. I could turn on closed captioning and do it that way, but it's a joke. And then they're clipping from their stream. But in terms of like, so Banners of Valor, let's actually take a look at these. I'm going to mute it. So comment wise, I'm actually going to go ahead and remove myself. But yeah, so new American Tier A TD only available in the bundle that costs 70,000 gold. Yeah, it's 2 weeks ago. People are already complaining about it right off the bat from 2 weeks ago. Translate to English. Bring back the stories because the achievements can't be done anymore. Yeah, see, like this right here, the war stories, I don't know why they removed them. The war stories were actually kind of fun. You know, like you put the effort in to make something and then they just take it away. There's no point in doing that. Yeah, thank you for destroying the game again and again. This guy has commented on so many videos talking about them destroying it. 70,000 gold. He's got the little, the monocle. Little glass eye piece and then wine. Wow, these devs are cooking. I don't know if that's positive or negative. Cooking up to make you waste money. Yeah, dude, the fact is like everyone in the community is already talking against it. And the other thing is like this video's only got 11,000 views, and then they're showing it off again a little bit later. I wish I could have map variants. It burned out in maps, still good stuff. Yeah, I'm burnt out in maps too, man. Like they're adding stuff back that we haven't seen in forever. Too good for what? It's the only game I know. Like, don't get me wrong. Right now, I want to play Black Myth Wukong because I haven't played it yet. Whenever I bought it, and then Detroit Become Human, because those actually sound interesting right now. But I got time, so I'm gonna play. 1,000 points, most you can get over the entire event. You can spend 800, or you can spend 800 on the flags and rebuild back toward the 1,000 again. What? Oh, use the Victor Ragdoll effects. Things should be flying up and stuffing fall damage. It's dramatic. Yeah, there's I don't think I've seen that, so I wonder what this guy's talking about. Oh well, he's gonna go bye-bye. But and the Girls in Panzer 2 months ago, and then there was only... How long were these actually in the game? I don't even know how long they were. And the thing is, what is this that I'm looking at? I want to see this. Dude. Are you kidding me? This is the World of Tanks PC video for it. This isn't even the console version of the game. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Here's the best part. Look at the map. It's superior in every single way. They ram it off. Did we have a Panther available from the Girls and Panzers or no? I don't remember seeing a Panther. I remember that they had the Gup, which they changed the name of. I remember seeing the Kuro. Yeah, so here's the Kuro, the Tiger 2 that was added. And then I remember seeing the Commanders, but I didn't really care because whatever. Speaking of which, I think I bought one of the Commanders. I'm not 100% sure. So I know they added the Kuro. The Gup's already been in the game. And then these are the 3 that were in ours. So yeah, these are the 3 that were added. So I wonder what they're going to be doing to Panther. Speaking of which, I wonder if I have... Or I'm looking for my controller. I'm pretty sure I did buy one of the Commanders. Would it be a 3 perk? It's one that you paid for. Oh, it's Monkey King. I can't stand his ugly mug. I guarantee I bought one. If I did, I'm going to put it as a German crew. I'm fairly certain I bought one of the commanders. Because I remember I spent like 2,000 gold to get it. On the nameless. Vinny Jones. Yep, there it is. So here's the best part. They made her a 1-star commit, not even a hero commander, and it's one that you had to pay 2,000 gold to get. So that's a disappointment. Is it Drummer Boy? Looks like somebody from Old Yeller. No, not my dog. Don't murder. So I think I'm gonna put her as like my new German crew and transfer the perks. And then drive everyone insane with her nonstop blabbering. So I wonder which crew I'm gonna swap out. So any 8 perks? Freaking clone guy put him in. Oh, you son of a gun. You evil, evil guy. IS5, Earthshaker. Let's do IS5, and then we can go to the commander, select, and then skill swap into a 1-star, 1 perk. And then see if we can find them real quick. And after this, I'm going to run upstairs real fast and pull my hair out for how much idiocracy is going to this game. There we go. Also, if I'm going to be playing some tier 8s today, or tier 9s, I'm kind of in the mood to actually go through like some of my older tanks that I haven't played in forever, and then do that. You're going to, I am going to play, but I wanted to go over some stuff today. Dude, I just realized that if I raise myself where it was prior, right here, that actually blends in with the wall in the game, with my wall. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose it. I'm in a freaking dungeon. Oh. Alright. So... Watch stars, player statistics. Boop. Alrighty. So... Yeah, double tap, horrible, horrible matches. I tried to record those in my battle tracker, but nothing went good. So I'm pretty sure if I just select last played, 2014, the L Tractor, tier 1. Actually, let's find like what's the highest tier. Like what between 9, 8, 9, and 10. T25 AT was 2016. Tier 7, A45. Yeah, there's a reason why I don't play that. 2018. Adler. 1118. They did buff this thing. But I play the base version. I don't play the skinned version. I haven't played the IS in forever. Oh, tier 8. Centennial T95. I actually sold that. I don't own that one anymore. I own the unskinned version of the Centennial. Centennial superior because you got the additional armor. Guardian STG. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go tier 8 medium Russian. STG was 2024. Okay, so that was recent in 2024. But the Guardian STG, the skinned version, I haven't played since 6 years ago. All right. Last battle. Oop. Actually, yeah, we'll go year 8, 9, 10. So the Conqueror, I haven't played that since 2019 either. The Conqueror actually might be good to buy back, unless I already have it. Forty, 43, 2019, 53, 55, 2020. The Emil won. 3 matches in my lifetime in that. I free XP'd past it. I don't think I have the Emil inside my garage, actually. The Kunapanzer, this has actually kind of surprised me. Like, the play ratio on the Kunapanzer, no one plays this tank. It's the 90 millimeter, not the 105. Sergeant Slaughter, that's T-54A2. Scorpion G, I played the Scorpion G, I just don't play the skinned version. Becky Lynch, Patriot, T-25E5, Bone Shaker, T-103? Oh, that's the unskinned version. I played the Bison. You're so old now. I feel old. Edelweiss, 2022 was the last time I played this thing. I put that on the list. Hey, look, T92. That's 3 years ago. Do I own the T92? Today could be an artillery day, and nothing but AP to irritate everyone that I can. The Minotaur KV5. I actually played this in the event. T-54E1. That was around the time that they made it a heavy tank rather than a medium. Yeah, people mostly play the meta. I know that they mostly play the meta. It's unfortunate. Last time I played the Chisel was 2 years ago. All right, what's the oldest on the list? The T-28 from 2016. And then the KV4. So T-28 and KV4. So I wonder if I actually own the... All right, so I do have the T-28 in my garage. It's not set up yet, but that's sitting there. Now we got Russian KV4. I don't think I have the KV4 purchased. I think I actually got to buy that one back. Yeah, I got to buy that one back. I'm a little bit surprised I don't have the KV4. What's up, Glare? Penetration 190. What's the premium? 247. Bro, we got skill rounds on this. Base view range is 330. Dear God. That's 330 with the stock turret though. This one jumps up to 409 with optics equipped. So still not as good, but I mean a lot better than being blind as a bat. All right, so we got that gun loadout. And what about the 107? 227, 289. You don't get a whole lot of ammo. You get 50 rounds, and that's it at 320 alpha. I'd rather go with the 122. Take the 50 rounds with 390 alpha. I mean, sure, you get 190, 247, but I'm not gonna complain about 247 or what. Like, you can make 190 work. It's going to be rough, but you can make it work. That was dispersion. 0.38. 2.63 accuracy. Well, sorry, 2.63 aim time. That's not too bad. It's going to be a slow, lumbering tank. Then you've also got the 45 mil on the side, so you got 51, 88. We'll do, what's the blast radius? 0.43 meters. See, I'm confused on why that wasn't blowing up trees whenever I was using it on the other tank. But you got to load full premium inside this to make it even worthwhile. At 88 millimeters. Okay, so Guerrilla Commander inside this. I'm gonna do the 260 crew. And then I also want to play Japan because I want to use the Irachi. And I want to see if I can get a 4,000 damage match with the Irachi. So I'm going to sacrifice view range for ammo swap for advanced reload. Bringing me down to 383. And then throw my crew on this baby from the nameless. Giving me 428. And T28. It's even fully kitted, fully upgraded, which means that I stripped the equipment off it and just pretended like I didn't own it. That's hilarious. 9.5 seconds. What is it? 400 alpha? 420 alpha at 9.5. Rather than taking loader, I'm going to go ventilation. And then... So that's not bad. Move my chat over. Run Thunder? Everyone's talking and I'm not even looking. Run Thunder, like, whenever it comes down to the actual gameplay and playing the game, I enjoy it. All the way. The only issue is that there's little things that they do that make the gameplay a little bit more irritating than it needs to be. So there's some things that they can outright avoid, but they're not. For instance, like the way that maps are designed on console compared to PC. That's one of my biggest issues that I have because, like I want to be able to pull up and actually be able to go haul down in some areas. But there is no spot that I can physically go correctly haul down. And then you watch gameplay on PC and you see positions on maps that we look at here on console and that position does not exist. For instance, like we have camouflage everywhere and then we switch over to console and then there's camouflage nowhere. And it's like our Milanovka is like the Temu knockoff Milanovka, if you want me to be honest with you. It's like the Wish copy. Look. So for my heavy tank, I'm not even going to think about putting camo on it because it's a heavy. There's really no benefit to putting camo on heavy tanks except for just to make them look good. And that's about it. Speaking of which, doesn't the KV-4 have a... What do you got, 254? 254, that is 100% flat, so we're going to want to hang straight on. 203, 77, what's that lower plate? 127? That's at a really good angle, too. Okay. Got to be careful whenever side scraping. 50.8. 15. What's the roof? 38. 25 underneath. What's gun depression? 5 degrees of gun depression. Reload down to 7.51. That should actually be kind of gross. Because that's 420 alpha because they buffed it. They buffed the armor, they redesigned the tank, and then they also did... There's a couple of things in this that should actually be really nice. Use now. KV-4. Just going to do this. Give me commanders. There we go. No, don't sell it. Armor viewer. 220. 180 on the hatch. And it's a rotatable hatch too. 180 on the top plate, 160 on the low plate. 150 side armor. 120. 40 millimeter. Okay. 30 over the engine deck and underneath. And then there's no track on armor above the tracks. It's going to make it a little easier to play with. Farna, you talking about the Lava Maker? You're talking about the Char 75? The 3-shot burst? Right? That thing is gross. We can play that a couple of times tonight too. But I want to run the 15 on the Irachi and see if I can do some damage. Yeah, no, dude, like the Char 75 is a tank that I'm surprised that not many people own and use. Like that thing is actually really disgusting. And with the way everything is going right now, the way ammo racks fill, the Kunapanza Tier 9, with the actually proper pneumatic suspension, because you have to manually turn it on. Yeah, we can play that too. Anyways, I'm going to disappear for a moment. Glare, all the tanks that we just discussed, send me a list on Discord of what people want real quick, and then we'll just go out the Discord list. So send me some stuff that you want me to do. I'll be right back. Alrighty. For starters, let's go hit that a T28. Speaking of which, I could open Discord. Sorry, spell check. Yeah, no, the Char 75 is an absolute monstrosity. Like, in every single good way possible. It is amazing. Sharp deceiver. Stop recording halfway through. Oh, dude. Record the rest of it through the replay system. Horace, Kunapanzer, Char 75. All the other heavies we mentioned. Gold. I won't ever gold mark anything, Glare. I refuse to acknowledge fourth mark of excellence. 272. Is that actually a part of the Valor? Is the Char a part of it? Oh my god, it is. Dude, I might need to make a video on that right now and tell people don't miss out on this tank. It's the crit machine. I didn't realize that was there. It's mental. That is pretty mental, man. Okay. Let's get some T28 action going. 15 premium rounds. We got 248, 297, 120 millimeter. Now, Glare, I'm pretty sure that you agree with me that not a lot of people find the T28 to be that impressive. But if you're top tier, this thing's actually kind of scary. Which I don't think I'm top tier. I am top tier. But it's majority tier 8. You've already gotten half the tanks on it? Heck yeah, Lava Maker. And Patty, when we said 272, I was all like, what? I actually think I grinded out my T28. Yeah, I got 83 matches in my T28. Rare. Played 83 games, and I probably like used some hardcore XP boosters to actually grind through it. Whenever I was doing that. Never played it. Dude, T28. I'd recommend to pick it up. What was my still concealment? Oh, it's not bad. What is that, like 260 something? 270-ish? That's like 260. It's like the tortoise at tier 8. No, if you want the tortoise at tier 8, that's the Diamondback. Which is like the turtle, Mark II, Mark III, something like that. I can't remember what the actual tank is called. But it's turtle something. Alright, now see why no one plays this thing. Oh my god, I am so slow. It's like playing my AVRE tier 7 Churchill. I'm going places, guys. Don't you worry about me. I'll get there sooner or later. Oh, that reminds me. From the video yesterday, I was going to go over my XM57 match on that 5,600 damage match I had and show off the position I used. You guys want to see that or not really? You know, Tiger. Pushing your Oho buddy. I don't think it's going to help. But at least you're moving as a team. You know, you're matching each other's speed. Alright, 7.5 second reload with 420 alpha at tier 8. Actually might be kind of gross. You know what? I'm going to fall back. These guys can handle this aggressive frontal push. I need to push back. I need to take the back bridge up here and hit this instead. Oh man, I am so slow. Seriously, can someone get my T28 some Viagra? Of course the armor's considerably much better. Ugh. I would have to agree 100% that the armor is much better on this. However, I think the Borzig's got better gun depression. What's my shell velocity? 5 degrees of gun depression though? That's pretty bad. I wonder if someone is aiming at me from the left. Five degrees of gun depression is very difficult. Yep, the 258 is going to play against me. I need to get somewhere that I can properly utilize my camo. Because right here, I'm not going to be able to utilize anything. And 95 health. Casually playing it really fast. Yeah, there's some tanks that casually playing is just beyond easy. Dude, you guys, like... I need to knock down a couple of trees. Yep, Panzerjäger in heat. Something tells me he's just going to tear right through my front without giving two craps. Yep, VK 100 coming up from behind. All right, we're gonna let that take rest because that's gonna. I need to get warmed up before I even consider playing the T28. Holy crap, that gun depression felt like an absolute hindrance to me. So we're gonna do 2 matches in the KV4. We're gonna do the 122, and we're also gonna do one with the 107. Because the KV4 has got 2 competitive guns. Except 190 is a pin that's very difficult to make use of. For instance, like Kriyavets, we're going to be struggling to pin that lower plate depending on his angle. He's going to be almost flat on. Well, Kriyavets is the only one we're going to have problems pinning. Maybe the ISM. Kriyavets and ISM is going to be the only ones that we have any issues really going through. What's my gun depression on this thing? No, I'm not on Google, so I can't jump over to actually, I can just do this, pop up this, load the profile, save the URL, then goodbye Google. Yeah, I think I'm done using Google. Like, I want to de-Google everything just because Google is going down. Wow, okay. I might actually do Google for World of Tanks website. It looks much better on... It looks way better on Internet Explorer. That is crazy to me. Alright, gun depression, 6 degrees. So I got 1 more degree compared to everything else. Oh my goodness, that was slow going up the hill. Go 30. Team destruction? Nice. 81 pin.
Their armorer was careless. We were not.
Okay, we got 150 millimeters of side armor, so can over angle just quite a bit. Right here's a good spot to angle while driving through. I didn't realize that the KV-4 had 150 millimeters of side armor.
We sit immobile like a great boulder. The conveyance belt is repaired. Their armor is no match for our strength. Focus on this location. Their poultry armor is worthless.
All right.
My weapon has spoken.
All right. Maybe the small gun was actually worth it against the lightly armored guy. Why? There should be a proxy spot right next to me. Verse gear 10.
Heimdall, what do you see here? Well struck.
328.
Odin will be proud.
Dude, not bad in the slightest. I'm gonna say it right now. Mobility wise, sure, you're slow.
We have pierced
But-
the defenses.
Armor is definitely kind of the strong suit.
We have lost an ally.
Alright. Shell velocity feels a little low.
If they are lucky, Freya will welcome them in her realm.
Dude, not bad. 220 front is yeah, 220 front turret, it's not bad, but the size of it is what plays against it. If it was more of a ball turret, it would be a lot more efficient. But it's not. That does kind of play against you just a little bit. Alright, we hit the angled top.
They destroy our ally and stain our honor.
Alright, Krevets and E32 Proto. Something tells me that the 190 is what played against us there against the ISM. That slightly angled plate on the top. Smooth bore. Nothing over there can hit for 625, so his ammo rack got popped.
Truly, you
Yep,
have
sounded like an
earned
S-Tac.
place among heroes.
Not bad, third. I don't see it being, yeah, I see it being situational. Favorite tank of all time? The KV-4. It doesn't feel bad. That actually felt quite decent. What was the concealment on the T-28? 228. Okay, 228's really good. So you should be able to really do something with that tank. All right, let's pop on the 105. Yeah, but still having 50 rounds with the 105. That's a takeaway. I just earned a mark on it, by the way, too. Like, I haven't played this tank since, what was it, 2019? 2016? I'll be able to see it through the stream, but the first match I play inside of it and I get a mark. All right, E75 Conqueror. Artillery, 40-43. Top armor on this was 40 in the front and 30 in the rear. I might be able to camp right here. Maybe. I'll give it a try. Alright, Boras, Kunapanzer, Char. Okay. Dude, the Kunapanzer, tier 9. The Kunapanzer, that thing is glare. Dude, that thing is good. This is actually the map I used that tank on in a stream a while back, and I think it did like 9,000 damage in it. It was around the time that the Type 63 came out, and I was complaining about pneumatic suspension, and someone told me that tank had a manual version of it. So we were going to use that in like the petition to get all the pneumatic suspension tanks fixed. Because pneumatic suspension being automated is the worst feature that has ever been introduced into this game. Because it takes away from you wanting to play those tanks. Alright, so here's the question. Do I go down the right side and break the, yeah, do I go down the right side and break the waterway coming up? Or, you know, I can't do anything.
Can I not claim a horse to ride instead?
Need to get unspotted and then hit reverse.
Back into the battle.
Thank you. That's so lovely.
Track lost. We cannot move.
That's kind of funny because we got that 150 millimeters of armor right there, right? And now they're going through it like it's paper.
The conveyance
So,
is repaired.
straightening out, I really don't want to do it, but I need to make sure that I am able to back off properly, utilizing the armor. Because it's either that or we're going to be a farm fest for these guys. Get that turret at just the right angle.
Focus on this location. We sit immobile.
We're definitely blocking damage at least. Yeah, that lower plate's going to be an issue.
Our vehicle moves forward again. The Scout's voice is restored. Their defenses are
Hello, artillery. And then AMX 65 ton. You know what?
You may yet prove your valor in
Yeah, mobility-wise, this thing is going to be rough. 5,700 block, though. I really had their attention down, but we didn't have any scouts utilize my my dummy maneuver. And now the Concept 1B is right where I wanted to break the water. So this entire flank is already done for. This is over for this side. Unless I E75 plays correctly. This is over. Lava Maker, if you over angle, you still maintain the armor value because it's 150 millimeters of side armor. So here. So for instance, let's do tier 8 Russian, and we're going to do KV4. So since this thing has cancel. Since this thing has 150 millimeters of side armor, you can over angle and still have an effect of 200, 300 millimeters, and then make that lower plate and frontal plate a little bit thicker. So for instance here, we're still looking at 280, and this is beyond the penetration angles. And then if you try to get your turret in just right where I was doing it, that right side, people think they're going to be able to pin it, because if you go back in the replay, this is about the angle I did, and I made this seem thinner than what it was for people that were aiming at it, because it's not at the auto ricochet angle, but you still have the effective armor rating because it's 150 side. This is what I like to do. So good with the buffs. Are you talking about the tier 8 heavy tech tree Lava Maker? Alright, let's go Irachi. See, this is a tank that I know that I don't need to try and rush in. Yeah, if we're talking about the VK4502A with the 200 millimeter 105, like the 200 pin millimeter, yeah, that's actually one of my favorite tanks in the game. Front mounted Tiger 2. Like, what else can you say? Alright, Krievets, Borask, Yazi, SVAC, Scorpion. A couple of tanks I can pin frontally without much of an issue. There's a couple of hatch shots that I can make. The AMX M445 gonna struggle against him frontally, but the goal is not to face them frontally. I want to try and catch them crossing. Catching crosses and then trying to pin the under armor. And one thing that I gotta do is there's a 40mm plate. That's a 40mm plate. We're gonna compare this to the Oho. The Oho, Oho, Oho. We're gonna do China. No, it's Japan. Oho. Save. That's a building. Shouldn't be ramming a building. So the one thing I'm trying to do here is find out if I have a 50% chance to go through 40mm of armor with this 150, with 120 pin. So a lot of people think that you're guaranteed overmatches. You need the penetration to be able to guarantee an overmatch. So if I'm flat on, I cannot pin this, even though it's overmatchable for me. So I got to make sure that I'm slightly above it to get that 100 mils of pin. But if it's flat on to me, I can't do anything against it. BZ-166. I guarantee that BZ-166 has got a 30mm roof. So I'll be able to mess with him no matter what. But before that... I want to lock both those small turrets because I don't know why they're not locked whenever the match first starts, which irritates the crap out of me. Low artillery. The hatch on the AMX 65 ton got buffed to 150, so I can't pin that. I have to hit it just above the top section if I want an even slight chance to be able to pin it. So right, I don't have the gun depression to do anything. I think artillery is just going to have a heyday spamming me. I'm such a big target. Turn 65. Should mention, even though this is a derp gun, it's actually pretty pinpoint for how derpy it is. Oh yeah, no, the side armor on this is only like 42mm. Like, it ain't crap. That shell went so far right, it's not even funny. I hit the pillar of the building. $388, $454. Yeah, base cap. Allied base cap, so. I'm very confused. Good, good, good. Back to the garage you go, SVAC, seriously. I do need back off a little bit. Okay, I should be safe to pull forward. Let's look at an SVAC though. So I think that's the TD that's currently at their base. But ricochet. I gotta get a little bit closer, so I have to deal with the artillery, but I gotta hit this rock right here, because if I'm any farther, then it's gonna be an easy breeze for them to rush me without much of a problem. That's the SVAC behind me right now. That's unfortunate, and I'm dead. Yep. What do we have in our team? T-2065, Tiger 1. Did we have a Tiger 2? No. Enemies had a BZ-166. They had really good concealment and mobility against us. So that was what our problem was. And then they got a really good crossfire. IS-3A would be like the T-32A. You were disappointed? So, let me show you something, okay? And you're going to be irritated once you see this, all right? Because I guarantee you're going to be a little bit irritated once you see this. All tanks, Tier 8, heavy tanks, Russian. IS-3A, okay? Keep in mind, the IS-3A has a reverse Italian autoloader. You get 3 rounds inside this tank. All right? 3. Reverse autoloader. Your first shell is your fastest loading shell. Then the longer you wait, the more shells you get access to. Interclip reload is 3 seconds. Okay? And console, guess what? They've never implemented this to the game. Instead, they brought in the most broken double barrel mechanics that I have ever seen. They thought that the double barrel mechanics was better off the break than actually adding in stuff that makes old tanks viable again. Because if they were to add the actual autoloader to the IS-3A, the reverse Italian autoloader, it would have made the tank amazing. Now, the reverse autoloader that we have in game is actually on the CC45 Tier 10. That's the concept of it. So if you had the CC45 Tier 10, that's the one you can use to reference the actual autoloader mechanic. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed whenever I look at that. And this is a tank I want them to buff, dude. I want the Irachi to get a buff when it's 15. I will complain every single time I see this tank until they do it. Make this 150 viable. Wargaming did that, I would promote this tank every single time they sold it. That's what you want. You want streamers and content creators to promote a tank. I would promote the Irachi if they buffed to 15 centimeter on this. Is there a worse map than Dragon Ridge? The airfield that they brought back. Yeah, the airfield that they brought back. That I'm gonna stand by that. I'm looking at it right now. Yag Tiger Goldmark. But I haven't seen the video yet. Agate. Agate is the pack whack, right? No, it's not. That is the M4. I can't do anything to that guy. Alright. Gave 85, slap me. My ammo rack. Tracks, we didn't pin the armor because I shot through walls. If you shoot through walls, you lose penetration according to like what the walls are programmed to make you lose. So for instance, there's a chance I hit him with like 88 millimeters of pin right there. No, Mines is definitely not the worst. The other new small map that they brought back, that is the worst. That is hands down the worst. Are you kidding me? Oh, hello, lore. Yeah, artillery being capable of damaging modules is some BS. You hate the map Ingsk? If Ingsk was properly done, for instance, if they actually went through and actually put debris around the map, it would be much better, but they didn't. So, yeah, like they half-assed Ingsk in my opinion. Because I've played on it once and I was not impressed because they avoided so much. Right, Borask, Unapanzer, Char. What's the video you sent me? Egg Panzer E100. Oh, is this a double kill with the high explosive? No. Trying to ram him, not working. Oh, high explosive butt shot though. And then the poor T-57. E5 butt slap. Show on the stream? Alright. Yeah, let me... Okay. Oh, here are we up against Tier 9? I should be taking the other flank rather than this one. He's behind the wall. Well, not the wall, but the hilltop, just barely. There's a Char. Mount Breacher, that's not a bad tank either. The VK-168P? Yeah, that's a... That tank is driven by ballers. We be ballin' whenever we drive a Malbreacher. I would love to assist these guys at side shots, but I don't know. It's on the right side over here. I gotta be a little bit careful. I'll come up and see if I can get 2 shots in. Because I don't see this side holding up very well. Nope, there's nothing I can do. I gotta go. 10 to 13 right now. Okay, I'm going to be spotted for another 8 seconds. The goal is simple. Let them take that inside, but stay hidden. I gotta turn around just in case I gotta find a way to run. This isn't where I want to sit, but it's where I have to sit. Because I knocked down this tree by accident, so I have to sit here. Be able to spot through these bushes and catch it when I'm coming inside here. Because if I go to the spot I want, which is right here, I screwed up by knocking down this tree. That'll prevent me from seeing them. Best tier 10 heavy? To be honest, dude, I rarely play tier 10 anymore. I am nothing but tier 8 all day, every day. If I had the opportunity to shoot some of these guys in the side, I would take it, but I would get spotted by everything. Seconds. It's not going to matter though, because this match is essentially over. B44, BZ176. You know what? I might be able to make... Alright, why are you running the single shot? Seriously, why are you running the single? You could have killed me so fast in such a little amount of time if you were running the triple. Alright, my brain hurts watching him do that. Best tier 10 though? I would say whatever tank you're comfortable in. Like, whatever tank you personally feel is good. Is good. Whatever tank you're consistently doing good inside of. If that's the 277, if that's the E5, you know, because each tank has got its own playstyle. Some just have an easier playstyle than others. Don't get me wrong, there's some that outright just can't compete because they haven't been buffed in forever, but they try. Like, I played a match in my VK45, VK72. The tier 10, 15, that's not the E100. And I was ricocheting everything that I was shooting at. So I don't know what was going on, but I'll need to put a little more time inside the tank. I enjoy it. I think I got 2 marks on it. And that's one of the tanks that I want to really get a 3 mark on, because it's a respectable tank. Also, this room is not hot. I'm hot, and I can't seem to cool down. The T-58 Heavy, the T-57 variant with a 155. I would say the thing is, it can compete, but once you're on reload, you are really stuck out. It's very specific situations that thing is viable. It's scary when it's loaded, and a giant pussycat when it's on reload. Like a fluffy kitten that you get a yeet. Now kick the baby. We're spotted by the medium behind us, MK6KR. Hey look, I'm using my RBRT. Oh, I'm not aiming. Oh no, time to complain about it. Just kidding. They were driving uphill, which means they didn't need to aim too hard at their side, so better for me to pay attention to around the map. IDVS medium or heavy. I would agree on that. I would agree all the way on that. MT. Where you at? 454. I'm going to take you down. We give it another 5 seconds. If a shot doesn't present itself, we're going to start the reload. Okay. Head in the low section here. I want to be careful. I don't want to pull up on the side of this rock and fire. We're going to pull up right here and scout, not fire. Actually, hold on. AMBT. Super Hellcat, a little bit too close. Once someone's spotted, I'm going to rush. I'm playing very conservative today, which is kind of the goal inside the Borask. For me, at least. I know that I need to get 4K to, you know, reach my 3rd mark of excellence on this thing, but I'm not worried about it. Not someone that cares about marks, I'm someone that cares about winning. And doing it in dumb ways. Oh god, yeah, AVRE, all the way. That's best tier 10, hands down. And it's stupid. No, I wanted to say best. I'd say, like, second. More like the most toxic. That is the #1 most toxic tank. And the Terran. Terran is like second. Are you kidding me? Well, last stand kicked in. I can see everything now. Dude, the T249 is still overpowered. Like, the nerf that they say that they gave it, I wouldn't really call it a nerf, per se. Just lowered magazines so you can't clip out, like, 10 guys. Oh, Minotaur. Minotaur is actually kind of scary. That's unfortunate. I need to get on top of this hill. I also really need my driver back. Is that MPT? Yeah, he's still up. Get a load high explosive and go hide back here. Need to mark the map for this guy. They're probably going to think I'm over here, scouting them. Son of a gun. Oh well. I was sitting there like, I should be safe. Nope. I was clearly not safe. Hey, I got 2 high explosive pins. I'm not sad about the high explosive pins like that. That actually makes me happy. What was the others? Alright, we're gonna go light tank next. Tier 9 light. So originally, while playing the Char 75, I realized that the gun itself, you have to run premium because you can't pin the side of a mouse with 200 that you have here. And I learned that about a year ago, a little while ago, because I never thought about it. Because the mouse has got 210 side, and there's moments whenever it happens to you, and it consistently happens to you. So I changed it around to where I was all like, you know what? Since this happens all the time, I need to make sure that I can counteract it whenever it does happen. And it requires premium. 225 might be the weakest tier 10 so far. I don't think I'd agree that the 225 is the weakest. I think if the 225 is played just right, that 350 alpha is actually really, really scary. Because you got the reload advantage at 350. Like the double tap at 280 at tier 9, absolutely useless. There is no reason to have that there. 280 alpha is now the new standard for tier 8 and tier 8 and tier 7. 277? No, Glare. Shut up. No. All right, that teddy bear in the back of the 277, that's an automatic 3000 WN8. A Brit and a French tank, right? I got rear view mirrors in this thing too. The color scheme's what I went for. Run Thunder. Come on. No, I think the 277 is good, Glare. I don't care what anyone says. 277 is a freaking beast. You just gotta play right. It's that mobility on crack. Rhino is worse? No, I would say that the tier 10 Rosarante is not that bad. Like, to be completely fair, I don't think the Rosarante is that bad.
It's time to crack on, fellas.
So just know this, in one clip, like one full clip out inside this tank is 1200 damage. At, what is it, 240 pin? And you go ta-ta-ta. Ta-ta-ta. You get 3 shots. It's a 3-round burst. And you can cancel the burst if you had different rounds to load. Alright, I'm gonna hit my turbo and get the hell out of here. Okay. My goal is to try and get all the way on the left side, but the 113's in the way. We got a couple of heavies at the top sniping down. The worst heavy. Dude, Glare, you got me thinking.
You proper belted in.
Yeah, light tank that just did 604 damage. Just saying.
Alright, lads. This is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
That's a Panzer 7. I can't do anything to him. Can I get myself raised up slightly? Barely. I want to hit the side of that 113, but I'm too close. He'll proxy me if I try to pull on that. Do I just speed run it? Try to rush? Owie. I don't think I can pin that. Nope. Panzer 7 side? I can pin the side of him, but not reliably. If you go back behind that wall. Okay. Panzer 7 now knows I'm here. One thing about this thing I love. I think I have enough to block it.
Alright, lads. This is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
There we go.
Done in.
Okay, Highlander, actually, yeah, I agree. While the Highlander has a lot of armor, dude, that thing is such a pain in the butt to make work.
bloody do it. And that's all she wrote, boys.
See how gross this can be. And then if you know where ammo racks are located, yeah, this thing gets even better. Yeah, 40-ish second reload. And then what is it, like, is it 560 alpha?
Job well done, lads.
Like, I get the idea behind it, but the execution was poor. And the Highlander is Chinese. Right? Yeah, Highlander is Chinese. So this thing, 37-second reload, 3 shots, 5-second interclip reload. It's got 545 damage is the damage on it. You get 266 and then 325. If this thing would have had like a what is it? Like a 12-second reload single shot, that would make it actually kind of decent. But since you're forced to use an autoloader on it, that takes away and kills it. It is sporting a 130, but that 37-second reload for the alpha that you get, it's just not worth it. Oh, there we go. Corella. So one thing about the Char 75, this is not your traditional light tank. This is not your French light tank. This is a light tank that is wanting to be a medium.
If we want to do it,
The 780 plays the same. Not a 780 is superior. I think 780 is like an underrated tier 10 heavy. That thing is an absolute monstrosity. The gun handling, the way it feels, the way it looks, the way it sounds is absolute trash because they didn't use the proper sound design for it like PC did. So it irritates me whenever I play it. But everything about the tank, absolutely fantastic. Just that engine sound makes me want to pull my hair out. It sounds like modern day bullshit. It sounds like it went to the doctors and got told that it wanted to be a female tank. You know, it wasn't a man tank anymore. It was a pushy tank now. Speaking of T249, hello, toxic player. Hey, it's a Type 5. That means the first thing he's going to get hit with every single time now that he's spotted is premium ammunition.
our fuel's hit. We've already lost half.
Worst part is how true that is. I want to pull up because something tells me that it's a light tank that's scouting me from the ridge, or a medium tank. It might be the light tank up in the hill section. That's out scouting me, the Manticore. Alright, this right side fell apart, so I'm technically not scouting for anyone right now.
Action's happened. Lock in on this point.
Yeah, I don't want to fire. I want to back off. If I get on top of the hill, I will be willing to fire on top of the hill, but right now I am not willing to fire at anything. Except for now. I'm a little bit further away. One hit. out of the 3 that was fired. So this isn't good because we lost our T249, which means that we just lost all of our scouting capability on this side of the map. So I need to get to a position that's going to benefit the team and stop a cross, which is going to be right over here. And they have a Manticore, which means I'm going to be out-scouted every single second. If that Manticore gets in close, I am done. Yep, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to get shredded. Especially since I have to slow down right here to turn up the hill. Yep, I get spotted as I'm backing off by the M4Y. Alright. 5,500 spotting though. I'll see you. A French girl in it. Alright, Kunapanza. German? Tier 9? Oh, this is also one of those tanks that I gave it 2 things of permanent camo, and then totally forgot to do the others as permanent. So we'll use some vouchers on this and make them permanent. Oh my god, you're right. That is a PTA. Okay. I would have been sitting there wondering, like, where's my pneumatic suspension? Oh god, oh, that would have been hilarious. Well, I gotta play the PTA now. I just put the camo on it. And see right there, I clicked down and I bought the premium. I paid gold to buy this fucking camo. Wargaming. Why don't you have a goddamn fucking OK on it? That requires you, sorry for my language, that requires you to hold it for a second or two. Please, Wargaming, I beg, you absolute idiots. Alright, I'm happy again. I need to go make tea. Knock on wood. You know what? Oh yeah, that's right, Glare. I downloaded that Foch 155 is scary. Foch 155 is definitely scary. Like, all the way. You catch somebody out in that, it's a, it is. This is not a good time. Crazy thing is clear. Like, look at the gun depression right here. Why would you turn on your pneumatic suspension? Ever. Look at this. One thing about pneumatic suspension that I don't like is that you can lock your turret like this and do your zoom in. So, I mean, you can look around the map and zoom in at people like this. I like that, you know, which is something people don't realize that you can do with pneumatic suspension tags. Like, this should be a global feature. Hey, Tetradome, I didn't realize that you were a light tank, you know. I thought you were a TD. Is my Alpha 360 or 390? Best tier 7? Dude, there are so many good tier 7s, I can't even give you one. But like, what's the best? Like, I like the Tiger P. I like the Churchill AVRE. Like, there's an entire list of tanks that I like that are good in my eyes. Like, for crying out loud, I like the Panther. I like playing my Panther. Oh no, sing it a... No, not 420. No, 420 was on the PTA. Dude, what the hell? Night Stalker? Oh, Night Stalker. I am not sad to see that thing get absolutely obliterated. I'm not sad to see my own teammate die in the middle. You are playing the Night Stalker, which means that there's one in the enemy team. No, there isn't. That's unfortunate. 211 right now. I actually don't know where to go to change the course of this battle. Oh, that's cancer. That's cancer on a stick. I can't drive for crap right now. Like, I am... Why am I here? Seriously, I'm driving like a bot right now. I don't want to turn on. You just got spotted? You've been unspotted this entire game? Well, that's unfortunate. It's going to be really hard to peek again. Okay, CS63. Yeah, dude, you didn't get spotted until the very end of the game. Like, this guy was sniping in the background, guaranteed. Can't turn a stick. T32A. Churchill, oh, that's to tier 5. I have not played the Oki. Like, I prefer the AVRE. Alright, Kunapanzer's a great tank. Don't base it off my gameplay right now. Because I am struggling to do anything. Alright, thanks for Wargaming. Telling me to go to a third-party fucking site to do anything that I want to do on my account. You know? You and your shit programming. Your incompetent team. Fire damage for 1 second. Okay, that's kind of dumb. Yeah, like, I don't own the Oki. Because it's tier 5. I don't like the Silk Club. I think it's the best way to put it. Like, I don't want to be a Silk Clubber. Beat the sills with my baton. Speaking of which, I actually have a baton. I used to take Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Chilean machete swordplay. And whenever you did Brazilian machete swordplay, they taught you using a baton. Marking the Thresher? Alright. Alright, the Kunapanzer. This actually came to mind. 275, 245. That is not too bad. Appearance-wise, let's put some camo on this. Oh, 1 million XP. Okay, you put some time into that then. One million XP is quite a few matches. Like, let's say you're averaging 3,000 a game. Yeah, that's a, what is that, like 230 games? Thresher's the Silk Clubber tank. No, you want the real Silk Club tank? Here, let me show you the real Silk Clubber. The ultimate Silk Clubber. The Panzer 2J. That's 80 millimeters of frontal armor. At tier 3. Sure, you got 23 pin, 46 pin, 46 penetration. And, like, there's a couple of tanks that you can't pin, but, dude, like, seriously. Yeah. There's nothing you can't kill. Except for like AMX-40s. AMX-40s don't care. What tank did I just set up? I just put a crew on something. I did put a crew on something, right? What the hell was I... My brain just, like, hit the reset button. Oh my god. Insane Space Timer. Yeah, it's a mercenary tank though. Like that just takes away. I was never a fan of the mercenary tanks, if I'm being honest with you guys. Like I didn't really care for them. I just put camo on it, dude. I know I just bought camo for the tank. What the hell was I setting up? I can't help, sorry. Yeah, I don't even remember what I was setting up. There was something I was looking at and building. Oh, Kunapanzer. The Kunapanzer 90. Drinking still. Okay, let's give this a shot. The 90 mil I think is going to play against it, but this is like one of the least played tanks in tier 8. I haven't checked any of the stats. I don't even know what the reload is, but it's a 90 mil, so it's probably going to be like a 4-second reload. Like, something tells me I'm going to mow through all of the ammunition inside this way too fast. The 105 is technically better for penetration and damage output, And it's got the same amount of ammo capacity as this one. So in terms, 105 is better bang for your buck just because it has that 390 rather than 240. But if they were to buff this thing to 280 alpha, oh god, 4-second reload, 280 alpha, that would be 4.1 at 280, that'd be gross. But we got 240 alpha. If they bumped this thing up to 280 or even 300 alpha and give it like a 5-second reload, that would actually make this thing way more popular. I'm gonna give it a shot though. 4-second reload with a 90 is not bad though. Keep that in mind, that is not bad. Why do people like to hide in corners? Like, I don't see the advantage of coming up here. You're too far away to support past the D line. Orange. Oh, hello. CS-53 shooting heat at literally no armor. What is that? Oh, it's 13. Dude, where the hell can you sit on this map? Top of the hill seems like a requirement, dude. That is kind of annoying. It's Cold War, though, Blair. Like, it's Cold War. Like, it doesn't change the fact that it's Cold War. I absolutely despise Cold War. Like, I played the XM800T, and I was so disappointed in the way that it felt, just because like I've played the XM800T on War Thunder, and here on console, dude, like it was the most disappointing experience I've had in this game in so long, that they can mess up a tank that is that good that badly. Just saying, like I was astounded by how bad the XM800T is compared to how it feels in War Thunder. You know, because like whenever I think Cold War, I think tanks that absolutely slap and one-shot others, you know. Because Blair, if I want to play Modern Armor, I will play War Thunder over Watt any day of the week. Oh. Butter me soft rocks, you know. Are these APCR? They are APCR, what the heck? Dude, these rocks are freaking butter. Dude, all of Cold War sucks ass. I mean, you could tell me that any tank is the best tank in Cold War, and I would probably say sure. You know what? Hold on. Alright, Germany. Tank destroyers. Let's do Kunapanza and then Kunapanza 105. View range 360. They both got 360 view range. Okay. So they're identical in stats across the board except for guns. Has anyone seen Prokhorovka in the past 2 days?
What's up, Dino? Thank God not. No, I'm asking because I don't think it's in rotation right now. Yeah, you've seen it, Glare? So it is in rotation? Okay, that's good to hear. It proc yesterday. So, Melanovka or Prokhorovka is what I want to end up inside this tank. If I end up on Melanovka or Prokhorovka, this tank will start working wonders. This thing's at 51 rounds? Oh, why do you irritate me so? Now, the Striker is going to work the same exact way as the Kunapanzer, you know, the 90. But the Striker will be far superior just because you have that 105. That is no longer 390 Alpha. Okay, the Striker, the Kunapanzer 105 is hands down better. Because I completely forgot that whenever they buffed the Leopard PTA, they also buffed this to 420 Alpha as well from 390. This is hands down the superior tank. Yeah, I completely forgot that they buffed this. Like, I think the only thing on this that got readjusted was gun statistics for 30 extra alpha. 10-second reload for 420. Yeah, that's huge. I'm going to disappear for a moment. So, you know, bear with me. Bad habits calling. But I think for the rest of the stream that I'm going to be on, I'm going to be playing lightly armored scout tanks. So like the Char 75, the Borask, this, and then maybe a couple of actual light tanks and do some light tanking. Because I'm struggling to aim right now. So I'm going to go after more passive play. Until I end up on Insk, Ghost Town, Province, and some other. Oh yeah, replay from Discord. So, browse media sources, videos. Jesus. I was actually not surprised that first little bump you did on him didn't kill him because he hit his tracks. You hit corner to corner tracks. So you're like doing track damage right there. And then flat on, now you do actual damage. Yeah, no, like, that's disgusting, dude. Alright, I gotta quickly throw a different video on the side there because you recorded that at 1080p and I record in 1440.
I went to check the Discord.
Actually, no, I think I record everything in 4K. No, that's absolutely disgusting. I will be right back. Speaking of which, before I disappear, I have a appearance pack that I bought, the Cat Girls. Okay, I don't know what tank I want to put it on. I don't want to put it on a tank that has rust or a tank that has got like a camo skin over it like this, because that's just a waste of a paid skin. I want something that I'm going to put this on that I'm going to play consistently, that I don't have camos on. So I'm wondering what I want to put that onto. Like, if I had more sets of it, I'd have a couple of tanks with that skin on it, but I only bought one. Or I think I bought one. I'm not 100% sure, but I got it. The IS-7. No, I think my IS-7's got its own skin that I paid for. 277. You know what? The 260, the Chrome.
Oh, there's an earwig inside my room. 12,000 gold? Save it. Save it, dude. 12,000 gold, that's good. That's 50 bucks in gold, dude. And if you got that from just grinding, free to play, yeah. Save it for Black Friday. My recommendation for your gold is get yourself a year of premium on Black Friday. Yeah, no, like keep on getting the battle passes, but make sure you save your gold for Black Friday. And then Black Friday, get a year of premium because you're still doing it free to play. All right. It is time to be the best scout in the game. Oh yeah, it's time to be the best scout in the game. All right, Wargaming. Before I be the best scout in the game, I'm gonna call you out for your BS. This is what I mean by lazy map design. Oh god, I already see it. My brain hurts just looking at it. All right, Hall lock. Thank you. Stay on. Oh, it's a floating bush. Lazy. We struggle to use assets inside of our game, so let's waste assets by making them fly. Dude, that thing's view range is so bad, he didn't even spot me. Right. Shall not find me. I think I can make it right here. Any farther and I'm wasting my time. Hello, Borsig. You may have camo, but not today. Premium battle passes? Statistically seemed awful. Which tier 10 did you skip? The worst part is I'm scouting right now. Okay? And if I was dealing damage, I could have already killed that Borsig. Second partial rotation. Got me wondering which one you're talking about. And that M3Y is too close to me and hitting me with heat. It's okay, I'm gonna get unspotted here in a moment. No, I'm not, dude. Jesus Christ. Alright. Our team fell apart so fast on that right side flank. I don't know what it is that people think that you can avoid guarding that back right. Like, if we had one guy up there, that could have prevented the entire fall of that flank. With one dude.
Let's see some Vanguard. This could be a ghost. Oh, yeah, never mind. Overlord. Overlord, the one map that Light Tank should be good on, but there's nowhere to actually pass a scout. Nemesis MBT. Oh, I bet you're having a blast playing that pile of crap. No, the tier 9 medium that was brought up to tier 10 heavy. Makes no sense that they took a tier 9 medium and made it a tier 10 heavy. It's like taking a mouse and calling it a mole rat and expecting it to do the same stuff. Tier 10 TD. It's a Warhammer tank, so I won't buy it. It's not that I don't like Warhammer, it's the fact that I don't like them reskinning stuff and selling it again. Like the Tetradome, a light tank to TD, yeah, I'm not buying it.
The boss don't like to be waiting.
Because I don't support it. I think it's dumb. The Tetradome was supposed to be a skin. Dude, it was supposed to be a skin. But they want money. So they made it a tier 10 tank destroyer rather than the actual skin for the Manticore. So yeah, they monetized my childhood. And I think it's dumb, so I didn't buy it. What the hell spotted me? Seriously, dude, like, I am so confused right now. Hello. Oh, hello, hello, hello.
You proper belted. Come on, get right down your money.
Like, did you see what they did to my boy Michelangelo?
They took our
West Virginia. Oh, T-28. And the fact that the Nemesis is a licensed tank. Remember, E100 chassis. They licensed it. They licensed it. Rather than just saying Nemesis MBT and making their own version of it in game and making a actual skin for the tank, they were lazy. And rather than just making a skin that could have solved every single instance problem that we are going to have, I can't pin that. No, I can't. That's all auto ricochet. I'm not gonna be able to pin any of that. Yeah. So rather than making like a skin for the tank for the E100, they were all like, let's just make a whole other tank so the licensing is a little bit better. You know, like it just boggles my mind on how absolutely stupid they are. Dude, I'm so small I can go underneath this. We're out to Vanguard. Wah. I turned off my auto drive. That, I don't know what the damage is on the Chinese light. I don't think it's above 300. I don't want to risk it. I want to say 250 is what he does, but I don't know. Seriously. Okay, so 114, all the way in the back.
Time to get a cup of tea.
Yeah, Overlord is such a bad map to scout on. Like, there's no early game scouting on Overlord. So you're useless until your team is either winning or halfway through the fight. Your 10 work next month? Nice. I got my 11th year like 2 weeks before they announced it. Yeah. Started playing 2020. See, there's not a problem if you started playing like in the past like 6 years, as long as you know what you're doing. I know a couple of people that started playing a year ago that have no idea what they're doing in any match. Okay, I'm gonna try and deal damage early game. PC version for 15 years. Has it been out for that long? It's crazy to think of how long the PC version's been out. My first account that I made on PC, I can't remember the password or email to it. I remember the password was like cheeseburger, like 12345, because I was lazy whenever I did it. But I can't remember the email I used. Whoa, rendering bugs, dude. Hello, ISU152. I can't go anywhere near that because he'll proxy spot me through the ground. I wish console had bonds. I wish console had missions that we could complete to get tanks rather than, you know, spending money on them. I wish console had something that had me grind for something, like the contracts again, you know? Like, I want more tanks like that, because just playing the game every single day. Like, here's the problem about, you know, being a 11-year veteran. I have almost everything in the game. And whenever I have to, you know, spend money to buy a new tank, to me, it's how much I'm spending that applies the value to, like, what I'm looking at. And majority of the time, there's no value to what I'm getting, because I'm spending more and more every single time to get something that I don't even find to be worth it. So whenever I'm spending $100 to get a single item in a video game, that's around the time that I'm ready to just stop. Because I don't need boosters, you know, I don't need gold, I don't care for premium time anymore because I have such a large collection of premium tanks that it's not even funny. I can essentially play anything, perform good inside of it, and always make silver. You know? So I have no problem doing that. My biggest issue, though, is the fact that it's like, inside these war chests, you get 50 gold. Okay? 50 gold isn't jack diddly squat. Alright? What? Right, the new ammo rack animations are actually kind of cool. You see, and if I was playing with Platoon, which it's been a minute since I've actually played with the Platoon on a daily basis, like actually playing with people and coordinating with a group of people, which is actually whenever I perform my best. When playing with other people and performing in a team is when I play my best. Dude, they have an invisible wall right here? Yeah, they have an invisible wall right there. Dude, absolutely useless pushes. You can't use these to fire through. And you're right, you can only use these to passive scout. If I back up right here, I can shoot through these ones and hit this guy, but that's it. Anyone that comes down the right side, I can't do anything against them. Okay, and what spotted me? Oh, hi, Scorpion. They got a lot of tanks up there. This is the moment where the Kunapanzer 90 actually, I feel like, would be a little bit better. They add the free XP every once in a while, but I don't care for the free XP grind. I don't want the free XP grind. What I want is the ability to unlock tanks through missions, through actual challenges that need to be completed. You know, if they did that, I would be a happy player. Because then I have a challenge that actually makes me think and forces me to do stuff to get out of my comfort zone to try and complete it. I should reload in time to engage that S5. I've got 30 seconds to try and kill him, which I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Wasn't there 3 tanks up here? Yeah, there was. I need to get across that bridge. Yeah, I'm done for. There's nothing I can do. Oh, you had one more shell? I thought you fired 3 times. Stickers for years playing. Okay. Yeah, War Stories was awesome, dude. The only problem is like people stop playing it. Okay? And the biggest thing and the reason why people stopped playing it is because nothing new was coming out. If you were to add a new war story every once in a while, people would want to replay the war stories. Okay? But since you're not adding anything, you're not adding any events inside them, you're not making them fun, you're not changing stuff inside them, they're not going to be as popular. If you were to actually hit the war stories correctly and utilize the way that you're doing PvE inside the game and actually go through an entire system to make people want to invest time into it, people will invest time into it. But instead, they were all like, we can't think for ourselves because we don't have anyone in our team that can critically think or come up with storylines for this. Or, you know, like we can't look at history books and reenact real battles. So we're not going to design any of these. Instead, we're just going to remove them from the game because we don't know what we're doing. Because we suck at our job. That's the way I look at it. No, like I'm never going to be a CC, so I don't care how brutal I am with the things I say nowadays. Oh, let's go pump up some tires. I'm telling you now, like if they actually invested the time to do it, it could have been an amazing setup. Fictional battles. Exactly. They could come up with so many things to make it fun. Like you got to think, I invest 2 hours a match in Halo Wars for firefight only. Like the entire reason why I play Halo Wars 2 is for firefight only. That is it. That's why I play Halo Wars. Halo Wars 2. Firefight. I love firefight. I love survival modes that require you to think. Like Iron Brigade? Dude, I put so much time in Iron Brigade. A French tank. No, just Vinnie Jones. Put him in the French. No specific reason other than just French tank.
Get in there. Rangefinder.
I want to scout that cross section.
Well, let's find the lemon who did this.
Oh my god, it's assault. It's assault. Game over. Done. Won. Game over. Good game. Over. Done. I didn't realize it was assault. So much fun for every single team that's in this game.
Oi, don't go mucking about with a scope now.
I should sit behind the wall there.
Well, it's a good
Yep.
time to get a cup of tea.
Not like you could put so much pressure on at the start of this match. It's not even funny. Like Assault on this map, okay? War Robots and World of Tanks or scary simulators, pay to win, insane monetization, game breaking tank mech mechanics. Releases. Check this out. Let me show you something. I don't disagree. About this game. It's free to play. So because I'm a content creator and I was talking on their Discord all the time, they looked at my YouTube and they gifted me a crap load of in-game currency. Because they I signed up to join the program, the CC program, and they looked at my account, they looked at everything, and they were all like, yeah, we're thinking about it. So they gave me, well, when it was in early access, okay, yeah, they gave me a crap load of in-game currency. The server wipe killed it for you. I believe it, dude. The flamethrowers is what killed it for me. I don't know if they've nerfed them yet or not, but like, I put enough time into this game that currently, what do they have for battle passes? Is this still the Scorpion? Okay, it's still the Loki. Much longer until this is done. Job board, progress. But for me, like this, for instance, flamethrowers were broken because you run cat, okay, and once you get cat maxed out, and you take that final ace for the 30% reflection. And then on top of 30% reflection, I also invested money to get my reflector here up to level 9 for 54%. So whenever I lose my shield, Cat's ability kicks in, and then I turn this on, I'm actually sending back 90% of damage that hits me back at my attacker for 5 seconds. And that right there is a complete win, period, 1v1, hands down, no matter what, unkillable for 5 seconds. And you take 90% of your own damage. So, like, there's a lot of things in this game that you can break that drives me insane for what they did. Speaking of which, since I'm on, I'm going to look at the store. Yep, and this is another issue I have, is, like, drop rates, 2%, and then, like, God tier drop Siren. Serious, dude? Like, why not just have a whole market where you can buy whatever you want? Please, and thank you. Because to me, this is what kills it for me. But they did add the refresh dills for currency. Because it used to only be premium currency, 15 premium currency. So since they're doing this, that's actually worthwhile. But now, like, you get your one time a day. Okay, never mind. Not worthwhile. And it's 25 now rather than 15. So it slowly goes up in cost. So they give you the finger across the board. Nice. So yeah, immediately, like, not interested in joining this game. The heck's a jigsaw? Oh, the Titan weapons are back. All right, cool. And premium currency. Nice. All premium currency. And a couple new pilots. This chick to me, I read her talents whenever she came in. What was the last? A 35% chance to hit all the target's modules at once. Okay. Like, looking at this character design, though, it makes me think of, like, Tyr and then Marcus. It makes me think of, what is that game called? They changed the name of the game, like, 5 times because it wasn't successful in the slightest. Like everyone was dissing on it. Now I want to find it. Is it like a pirate something now? It was a PvP shooter where you played through missions and then you had to buy every single new chapter that they released. Infinite Azos Shreds. Good Titans. So does flamethrowers. Like, if the flamethrowers are still broken, yeah, they were broken. Red Harvest, Neverwinter. Okay, it's Neverwinter. Acropolis, that's a badass game. Too bad the dev team was not the smartest. Like, they did what they could. They made it fun. It's a Souls-like roguelike. Really enjoyable. Wait. Space Lords. That's what they changed it to. Yeah, like, looking at War Robots, this is what I look at. Like, no one is playing this game anymore because they completely destroyed it themselves. Everything about this thing was pay to win. Like, yeah, look at add-ons. Like, everything is add-ons for this game. They made all the base characters free, but all the paid ones are brutally overpowered. And then, rather than actually adding the chapters like they said they were going to, they put them behind, like, heavy-duty paywalls. So $34, estimated 30 hours, depending on your playstyle. Yeah, depending on your playstyle. So they're talking about average players that will take them 30 hours to complete this, and then other players, it takes them, like, 5. Because they're already capable of, like, mowing through the entire road, like, not even caring. And then the way that this works is, like, you can have an invader in your world that will randomly attack you out of nowhere, which is another player, and he could have all of his gear maxed out and damn near insta-kill you. Completely ruining it. Yeah, right here. PC players cheating is aggressive, because it's got crossplay. Yeah. Dead. No one on. Has to have multiplayer, but nobody plays. See, and that's another problem. So, there's that. Absolute murder to their community. The heavy flamethrower always did dot. The small one didn't. So, the problem was that the heavy flamethrower, its dot was 9,000 with one of them equipped. If you had 3 of them equipped, you were wasting it. Because 3 of them was actually worse than running 2 Scorchers and 1 heavy flamethrower. Oh, Liberty Falls. I'm actually thinking this might be my last match. I haven't exactly been having a good day. My hands are hurting. So, hopefully tomorrow it's a little bit better. The Scorcher's DPS was the problem. And then you ran the heavy flamethrower because it did 9,000 dot damage to every single component.
All right, chaps. If we want to do it, let's do it right.
If you use 3. Maybe. See, that would be balanced, because 9,000 dot per module, and I'm talking per module, like every single module took 9,000 damage. Was broken. Just like how flamethrowers here on World of Tanks, for all open top tanks, if it's an open top tank, you can kill their entire crew with a flamethrower. And you only need to shoot them once to kill the entire crew. So like the SFAC right here, if I was playing my, any flamethrower tank would essentially one-shot that thing's entire crew because it's considered an open top. Really? Okay, everyone's coming back to base now. reminds me. AP MX30, respect for that player. Wait, when did I mark this thing?
They won't be so lucky next time. Nice. Have it, mate. And good night, nurse.
Whenever it first came out, dude, I was actually really enjoying it. Like, me and all my buddies were playing it, and I was playing in ranked. I attended, like, 5 of the dev Q&As, and a couple of my requests actually got brought into the game. Like, I mentioned that there needs to be a straight line progression for your leaders, rather than, like, putting them behind a paywall. You need to introduce some of those, leaders, commanders, you know, your hero commanders, as free, you know, and give it like a limited time event, and then rotate them out accordingly each month. And the next thing you know, the next update that hit, that's exactly what they did. They took my feedback on it because the data said that I was correct.
Now that's how you bloody do it.
Dude, 3 to 9. I'm gonna play the Grom. I'm gonna play the Grom. I'm gonna get a haul down. I'm gonna lock it down, and then I'm gonna be absolutely obnoxious.
We might as well be shooting pillows at 'em. No coming back from that, lads. It's over.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the Grom. Bot lobbies. Yeah, dude, the entire, like, they never miss. Like, it's kind of hilarious because the moment that you're playing in gold, for some reason, bots were better than players at times. Like, it drove me nuts to see that. Like, the bots knew where you were the entire time. They could snipe your leg if your leg was barely poked around a corner. Like, they could pixel snipe your toenail if you were in gold or ranked. And the worst part is, the reason why I stopped playing is because they had bots in ranked. I would rather wait 5 minutes to find a match than play against bots in ranked. So yeah, I never tried to go for platinum because of bots that were in ranked. Like, that drove me a little nuts. Would do nothing. Yeah, that's actually kind of how it went. Alrighty, some Grom action. Is that a... no, it's Tiger 1. I'm kind of thinking of going back down to tier 6 and 7 and rocking my Citadel and my T-3485. And then I said tier 7, but I don't think I will. Alright, it's starting to be a little ridiculous inside this thing. Fortunate. I would like to peek up, but I gotta be a little bit careful about what's rolling over the hill. Never mind. I'm gonna take on the IS-6. I gotta go around back. Artillery, any particular reason why you're targeting me? Nice. I was over angled by like a 1/4 inch. Yeah, everyone's talking about the SFAC right now being overpowered. Thing is that this is the Grom. Let me check if the Grom cares, because I don't think it does. Right underneath his gun. The shitback meta. Oh, dude, I believe it, dude. The bar, 3 marking the bar just makes you a Chad. There's a Panzerjäger in the back over here. He never left their cap. I'm gonna show you guys a little trick. Train cars for the win. The Strom Tiger Pete? That's a tier 8. Like, Storm Tiger P is actually good. Like, legitimately a really good tank. Yeah, I can't even look at YouTube on Google, man. This hurts my eyes to look at. I'm probably just gonna download like the open source code for ad blocker. Oh yeah, guaranteed they're some of the best if you can play them right. Like, guaranteed. However, the Grom at tier 8 is quite literally the best tank destroyer in the game. Tier for tier, the Grom is the best tank destroyer. Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, I know. I've seen a couple of the porn ones. Like, the ads are absolutely egregious on YouTube, dude. It is disgusting. And Google wants to push them nonstop. It's like, dude, I don't give... Because the thing is like, you disabled uBlock Origin for YouTube ads, okay? Yet the problem with that is this. It's not the YouTube ads that I'm avoiding. It's the ads across the entire setup. By the way, I hope you notice I swapped to an HE round and went through the front of the Dreadnought. So, yeah, I did that without even thinking, knowing that I could. That is gross. Hello, Orochi. Right, put HE shelter in your face. No, Dreadnought's got like 75. Dreadnought's a KV too. Yeah, dude, Glare. Grom is... Like, I don't think that the SVAC can compare to the Grom in terms of survivability and potential output. Like, you see a Grom, and your like, my first response to a Grom is he hauled down? Do I have an opportunity to dig him out? You know, that's what I think whenever I see Grom. The SVAC, I don't think that. I think, oh, I can catch him out in the open. And high explosive him without much of a problem. We can play the Chinese TD. No, dude, you gotta play the Grom like you play the Chrysler K. You find a spot, you utilize your gun depression, you max it out, and you are impinnable. You work those ridge lines inside this tank, and you shred. See, I pulled up a little bit too far. Lower plate's exposed. Right here, though? Not anymore. And that's an Iron Rain that's shooting me, by the way. With APCR. E3 marked it? E3 marked the Grom? Yeah. Like, I put a lot of matches inside this tank, and I was testing it out, not really trying to mark it. Because I wanted to see what the armor could do in certain positions, and I learned, you know, like, it's a very common thing that should be simple to learn, but hull down, max gun depression inside this thing is absolutely broken. Because rather than PC, rather than PC armor, console armor on this thing, I think it's like 215 rather than like 195 or 200. Like, console actually has thicker armor than PC inside the Grom. So our plate right here, 210, and compared to PC, which we're just going to do this, tier 8, TD, it's Polish. The Grom is 195. So we actually got 15 millimeters more on this armor. And on flat land, that's 246. Lower plate's 130. And lower plate is 80 millimeters. Ours is also 80 millimeters. Top plate is 120. This is 100 millimeters on PC. Top plate is 100. Our top plate, 120. Okay. So this 175 armor effective on this top plate on console is damn near 200 effective. This 248 is around 260 to 265 millimeters of effective armor on flat land. And then the moment you max out that 7 degrees of gun depression, here you go. That's 279. That's 288. That's 272. This is now effective 288 millimeters of armor here. Okay. Right here is effective 295. And further up is about 310 millimeters of effective armor on our version of the tank. If not a little bit higher, because my math may be off. Also, these sides are 170. Ours are 180 on console. So yeah, we got 180 right there. So we literally have like the bunker buster version of this tank compared to PC. Not just that, we don't lose damage over distance. And also, that HE is 80 millimeters of pin. So I was 20 millimeters off the pin. So in terms of armor on our Grom, I am comfortable enough to sit in front of tier 10 heavy tanks. Because here's the best part. If we compare this to the Spirit, Force Spirit, real fast, just to show this off, against Heat, that's 300, okay? So yeah, tier 10 Heat, it'll go through you, but our tier 10 Heat, okay, let's give it a little bit more of an angle. We're probably looking at about 330 for ours. Okay, so like we'll give it an extra, I don't know, 4 degrees. 300, 314, 400. Yeah, like our armor is ridiculous in console compared to PC in terms of how this thing's gonna work. So yeah, against some tier 10s, this thing just outright doesn't care. I know, right? They knew that they were going to be releasing an OP tier 8. Even the testers that tried this thing out said it's way too strong. And they still released it anyways. Because they have retarded testers inside there. You realize, Glare, that I've been denied like 6 times trying to apply for the super test? They don't want me in there. And I will give them precise information if I was in there. I would be straightforward and I would say, hey, This is actually kind of ridiculous, you know? A little bit broken is an understatement. You know, and rather than actually making a good game, they just ignore the player base and do things the way that they want to do them. They're like, well, we got to meet the quota as fast as we can, and the way that you're asking us to do it is not in our view of how we want to do it. So we didn't hear what you said. Yeah, you're in super test. I know, Glare, but I'll never ask you for any information. Like I'm done asking super testers for information, just because I already know for a fact of what they're gonna tell me anyways. Only the super critical stuff is what I want to hear from super test. Like, look at this, dude. Grom. That's a tier 9 tank destroyer. Fosh, dude. Did I have pinned that with the HE? I don't think I could have. Funny. Oh. Hi, Death Star. Hello, IS-4. Yeah, Death Star just ripped me a new one. Gotta be careful against the IS-4. Gun depression is slightly above max. There's something hidden behind him that I just pinned. The goal against the IS-4 is to maintain more gun depression against him, but he's gonna HE me instead. They're both gonna HE me. I got double HE'd. Where'd the Death Star pin me? Yeah, not surprised that he went through the upper armor. It's 310 AP. I would have much preferred to get hit with Hesh, but figures can't be choosers. Like, Glare, in terms of like how the Grom plays, there is no other tank in the game that performs like the Grom and plays like the Grom. The Grom is a one-of-a-kind playstyle. No other tank matches it. That's why I like the Grom so much. It's different. And the thing is, its playstyle is very, very tanky. Now, in terms of tier 10, you know, like, we'll take tier 10 real quick. That's not tier 10. That was the wrong thing. Like tier 10 heavies. Actually, we'll do this. We'll go remove that. Tier 10 heavies. Light tank. This thing plays like a light tank, but it's got horrible camo. T249 black. It's a broken tank, or was a broken tank. Still is going to be S. M60, same playstyle. Well, yeah, M48A5, same playstyle as the M60, just slower. Same playstyle, E6, same playstyle, M48A2. You have to be a little bit more cautious inside this. M47 Iron Irony, it's just a super Pershing at tier 10. T57, E5, heavy tank, your traditional heavy tank. MBTB, this is another tank that has a very specific playstyle that's one of a kind because of how this tank was buffed. They overkilled the absolute hell out of this armor because it was too bad whenever it first released. Now, whenever this thing plays haul down, it's a one-of-a-kind haul down tank that is damn near impossible to pin. Heavy versus heavy. E3, one-of-a-kind playstyle, but kind of gimmicky and hard to perform. E4, just a broken heavy. So we're going to skip all these. AVRE, stupid gameplay. Or BRT all day with a high explosive. These are all essentially the same tanks. Badger, one-of-a-kind playstyle. 4005, it's just a heavy, big TD. And then there's this. We're going to skip all the Germans. We're going to skip all these, and we're going to land on one tank that is iconic throughout the entire game. The IS-7 has a playstyle that is specific to itself that no other tank in the game can replicate. This is a one-of-a-kind tank. The 260 can kind of perform the same way, but not fully. One of a kind. There's not many one of a kind playstyles in this game that are all round good playstyles. So, yeah. The Grom falls in that category for how it performs against everything else. It's my favorite two-shot autoloader. The TL1 LPC. Tier 8 medium American. .280 heat pin, 560 alpha potential. Thing is nuts. Can I play that? Yeah, I can play that. I just wish that they would buff the reload of the single shot. If they buff the reload on the single shot and give it 2 competitive guns rather than just 1, that would be badass. But no, they base everything off of statistic. Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin. They base everything off of useless statistics rather than player feedback. I wonder what today's WNate rating is. I don't think it's going to be very high for today. I haven't been playing the greatest. Yeah, 1500 WNate today. I have not been playing good at all. Roast your stats? No. I'll roast mine. No one else's. Is that a lord? Bald. The best part about this position is I can do this, line up, get my shot, and then I can drive forward and get that gun depression even deeper. I gotta pull this right side. I gotta hit one of these guys. 2 KB5s, huh? What's that? Then pin the waffle. Is it right here? And he's on fire. You're kind of shooting a wall. Alright. Lots of reloads going down. That's the waffle still alive. I got maybe a couple more seconds until that mantis is loaded again. I gotta be really careful. Yep. All right. Dude, you guys can't lie. That blind shot was gross. Like third person blind shot. Set him on fire. I wouldn't really say Mantis is broken. Like, it's on an LTG chassis with way too much space armor. That gives it really weird protection. But other than that, I wouldn't really say it's broken. Like, I would prefer playing the Borask. It's just people that don't know what they're doing is the problem. Can't pin it with APCR. I tore through its face with APCR. Claire. Like, if you want to pin the Mantis, you gotta aim closer to the gun mantle. Probably just skill issue. Well, here, let's take a look. So, while this match is playing out, Tank GG, all tanks. Remember that it is the same chassis as the American T69, which is the turret. So, when looking at this turret, aiming closer to the gun mantle, you have a lot less ricochet angles to worry about. So then let's load APCR. It'll be this thing. Here we go. Loading APCR, that inside gun mantle, all around. No issue whatsoever. Or you can aim further out and try to catch this right side. But I prefer to aim at the gun and the outskirts here. If I'm able to, that's where I like to aim. So if you got the pin, just tear through its face. I think that blind shot is actually short worthy. I'm probably going to clip that before I go to bed tonight and put it up as a short. I was getting my butt kicked. Make me restart the whole thing because they suck at the game. Dude, why does it have to load? Okay. Oh, he's already hit. Okay, I want to see how dirty this blind shot is. Because this is the waffle. How pinpoint was this? Because I saw him fire.
That was a perfect engine hit. Oh man, he is very upset about that shot. Am I dead? No, I'm still alive. Yeah, he was very upset with that shot. That is hilarious. Alrighty, 3 hours and 20 minutes. I put some time in today. To be honest, I actually didn't want to play today. I went out to eat, came home, and I was just sitting there all like, my hands hurt, dude. I don't want to do anything. I actually want to play like a really easy game, which is Detroit Become Human is what I wanted to play, but I didn't. Anyways, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to go look around for like a new open source browser or download uBlock Origin as like the actual software rather than the extension. So you guys take it easy. I'm out of here.